Namaskaram everyone. Welcome to our another episode. In today's episode, we'll be discussing how Industry 4.0 is getting enhanced using XR. We all know what Industry 4.0 is. It is the integration of technologies like IoT, AI, and automation, which is transforming various industries. And when we talk about XR, we are referring to the spectrum of technologies that includes VR, AR, and MR. But what sets it apart is the unique perspective of looking it through the lens of XR. And to decode this topic, we have a very special guest, Mr. Priyaranjan Kumar. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello,
He,
everyone.
he's the Assistant President at Beltris. He started his career as a scientist at Bell Labs USA, and he was a founder and CTO of Easy M2M Technologies, which is a IoT wearable wireless startup. He has over 25 years of R&D experience in developing products, managing services for IoT Industry 4.0, and many application domains using emerging technologies like IoT, mobile, web, cloud, artificial intelligence, machine learning, AR, VR, MR, and digital twin. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Pooja. And I welcome every audience uh, who is listening to us to this wonderful session where we will be talking about how XR can be very beneficial for Industry 4.0, but all the different terms and technologies that is in use.
So let's first start by understanding what exactly is Industry 4.0 and what is XR and how both of these are, getting used and enhancing each other.
Correct. So it's quite a generic term, Industry 4.0. But when we say industry and we say 4.0, where what was Industry 1.0, what was 2.0, 3.0, and why we call it as 4.0? We all know, but I'll just give a meaning of each so that it is understood better. So, industry was existing from the long ago. However, whenever there is a all were manual operations. So when manual operations were being tried to automate, so they started using mechanical things like to automate. Like if they have to take the water instead of manually, they started using the bamboo. They started using different machines which are animal or human driven. So that era they called Industry 1.0 of mechanization. Industry 2.0 was brought how to improve mass production and can we create manufacturing assembly lines. So it was a upgraded version of mechanization in a great way. And this was powered with electrification. So electricity was introduced, motor was introduced. So the electricity and motor was the main revolution of Industry 2.0. Then came Industry 3.0 revolution, wherein computers were introduced, and with the help of computer, all the machines, the productions, the factories, anything that we do for mass production is automated. And then came the internet, right? So with the evolution of internet, the anybody can operate machine from anywhere, and then it become cyber physical system. So we have a mass production physical factory and connected with internet from anywhere, from everywhere. So now today from Bangalore we can see what is the production happening today at a very remote factory. Even in another country or another continent. So a lot of internet related automation has happened. IoT came into picture. Cyber security came into picture because given access, the threat also, the cyber attack surface also has increased. So all this has led to Industry 4.0. So now that we understand Industry 4.0, let us understand what is extended reality. I'm sure you would have heard about AR, VR. So what is AR? AR is augmented reality. So if you are seeing me and if we create a virtual object in my picture, that's augmented. So given this physical reality, you are creating this one. The virtual reality is everything is virtual. Even my image is a virtual, not a real one. So that's a virtual reality which we can see and work. Then came the mixed reality. Can we merge the virtual reality with the augmented reality? Okay. And can we play games, right? There is some control, that kind of thing that was provided. So that brought the mixed reality. And the XR is the extended reality wherein we have merged all three things with the privacy, consent, addiction, and everything together in a very immersive environment. Okay, wherein either you put the glass, virtual VR glass, and you have remote control, and you can monitor and control lot of things in a real environment, as well as in Industry 4.0 mass production environment. That's why these two are quite related, I would say.
So
Right.
let's also understand how XR is enhancing processes within different industries, be it manufacturing, logistics.
Correct. So, how XR adds value to industry is that uh, if you see this mass production industry, mostly it is a automated environment, robotic environment, wherein there is a lot of dangerous area of work. Workplace is quite hazardous, and industries like pharmacy or chemical or where there is a iron ore converted into iron rod, right? It's a very hazardous environment. So learning the new employees who join, how do they learn? They learn by doing it. And it is a very uh, I would say dangerous activity that they have to perform without knowing anything. So if I say the best use of XR is in training such new employee, that's the first thing. The second thing is design and development of any product in the factory should not take 2 years of time. So can we use AR, VR, MR, and XR too? It's not can now, it is possible to design and develop and see how it works, how it functions. So we don't have to waste time, money, effort in creating such prototypes. We can do it virtually using XR technologies. So
Yes.
that's the biggest benefit in terms of all these four components that I spoke. Bring is brought by XR to Industry 4.0.
Now that we know the potential, but how are companies actually using XR to transform their operations? You also mentioned how we can train employees using XR. So,
Correct,
and also how another example could be technicians can wear the headset to see the real-time data on equipment while
correct.
IoT sensors gather information. So, are there any other such use cases?
There is. There are multiple use cases, or you can say application of XR. Okay. One I said is training. The second one is simulation. So in very old days, doing medical surgery was possible because less number of Doctors were being trained, and there a lot of human body was there. Right now, that has changed because of XR. Now we can have a virtual human body, okay, and doctors can learn each body parts, internal body parts, anatomy, and they can also simulate surgeries. They can another application I would say of training and simulation is in military, to do the virtual drills of running, bombing, machine operation. And then the next biggest application I can say for training and simulation is industrial training, like I was saying. The heavy equipments, if any small mistake, life can be affected. So can we do it in a simulation equipment operation? So that is possible. The second one is learning, that is the education. So XR enhances learning by providing interactive and immersive educational experiences. Like I would say, we can consider virtual field trips, historical recreation, interactive 3D model, 3D assets. We can create very nicely. And nowadays, this all is also used to restore our archaeological, uh, assets, I would say.
So now let's deep dive into the challenges and limitations. As we know, every technology has its own limitations and challenges and considerations that we need to take care of. So are there any like challenges? It might be the cost or data security issues or the learning curve, which we talked about how we can tackle that using XR training for employees.
Correct. So you were in right direction. So the application of XR in Industry 4.0 uh, brings cyber physical system related, which is cyber attack related challenges, but only if it is online games where everything is connected through internet. But if it is not connected through internet, right? So in that case, what happens is, uh, I would say, understanding the industrial domain and creating a training is a time taking process. But that's the only challenge, that the initial investment of time effort is there. After that, it becomes really easy for all the industrial domain that I have discussed. The second thing is the, I would say, adoption challenges, right? Why it is difficult to adopt XR if it is so easy, cost saving, right? Uh, there is no industry standard for VR glasses. So everybody is at least I know 6 to 8 of the companies who are the like top 8 companies who have developed. So low cost solution for VR glass adoption is not there. Standard is not there. So I think AjnaLens is doing a great work. Okay, and it has come out with a cost effective solution for that, and it is adding a lot of value, okay, to this. uh, the domain knowledge is also another challenge in terms of the technology adoption, I would say, is a challenge, and that is being solved by Veltris.com, if you see. And I am heading the Industry 4.0 practice. So one of the the practice uh, focus is to develop AR VR application, train in-house resources in developing, and currently we are working with couple of VR glass manufacturer. It's a real glass manufacturer, and we are also working with HoloLens and Microsoft VR glass also, so that we are ready to develop such software for VR glasses. So there are two parts. One is the hardware, another one is software. So Veltris is on the software side of AR, VR, XR application development, and we are also having resources who are trained on immersive experience, which also known as metaverse application. Is also another application is digital twin application, and some of the companies who are doing great hardware is Nvidia. So we means Veltris.com is Nvidia partner. We also have skilled resources on Bentley iTwin platform, and hopefully, if there is any developer program for AjnaLens, we will try and support and collaborate with AjnaLens so that hardware and software together we can overcome such challenges for industry adoption. Right, Pooja?
Yes. Let's also now understand how companies can get started into implementing XR into their 4.0 strategies or processes. Like any tips for them to get started, or how can companies start with integrating XR?
So I would say that if it's the symptom in their business growth that they should find. Okay, I- is the resources scarce? Is the training taking time? Is the work taking time? Uh, so all these things has one answer called automation, where human involvement is less. So how can we do it? Okay, so I said AR VR. Okay, and AR VR is the basic ingredient for our XR application. AR, VR, and 3D digital assets is the basic ingredient for digital twin. Okay, so any mass production industry, including the internet service provider, because they provide internet also, right? Transport industry, automotive industry, whenever they are manufacturing anything, they should use from the design to prototype to production, uh, and they should do it using AR, VR, and XR first. Okay, and they adopt, and they should contact AjnaLens for the hardware and Veltris.com for the software development, so that they don't have to hire such resources for short time. But we have experience to develop such AR, VR, and MR and XR application for them in a very short time in an integrated environment. Okay.
Let's now also understand what are any predictions or any future trends that we can expect for XR in Industry 4.0. Like it can be integration with IoT, which will allow XR devices to access real-time data like from sensors and equipment. So, are there any other future trends that we can expect?
So, like I said, XR is will have a great place, and industry will benefit from XR by doing immersive training and simulation. They can do virtual prototyping and design. They can do remote assistance and maintenance. Okay, of a complete 3D view, not in 2D, but in 3D view in a VR glass. Okay, uh, data visualization and analytics also is seen. Many energy companies are doing seeing the 3D data of last 10 years. So from all the angles, they are able to derive what is the trend, where there are more spending, more time taken for the production. So those things are, I think, there, and very nitty gritty zoomed quality control and inspection can be benefited if they use XR. Apart from health and safety, and augmented marketing and advertising, like I would say nowadays, you would have seen the some automobile companies having virtual showroom for you to try the car. open the door, everything. How is it possible? So, using this AR, VR, and XR technologies for Industry 4.0.
Yes, and also what advancements can we expect when we integrate it with digital twin, AI, or 5G, for example?
So, I think what you are saying is that these are the technologies which can be used, and we see these latest technologies like 5G connectivity.
Yes,
When we talk about the virtual world created by our uh, game developer, Unity 3D developer, there's a lot of open source, low cost solution. But once we develop and connect it through internet, bandwidth is an issue, latency is an issue, which is solved by 5G connectivity. So in coming days, we will see a lot of 5G, uh, private 5G network of an enterprise within that. It's like a small LAN, and the fixed wireless access of 5G being utilized for the sole purpose of XR application. Spatial computing is the another one that will help in understanding the user's physical environment and enabling more realistic interaction with the within the XR experiences. So machine learning and AI was the another point you rightly brought, because AI powered algorithm can enhance XR experiences by enabling intelligent interaction, predictive behavior, prescriptive behavior, uh, and natural language processing in multiple language also, so that education doesn't become a issue to in learning and simulation. And we can also see the real time data analysis using 3D view, virtualized view. Data is same, these are the numbers, but when it is seen in a 3D view, we see how is the production going, how is the quality going, how is the sales going. Everything is possible through XR. And then I would say we can also integrate sensors and tracking. And nowadays, if you see, there are depth sensors, eye tracking, face recognition, hand tracking, and there is ultra sonic sensors also that can create and enhance immersion and user interaction within the XR environment, because those sensors and tracking will give the input to the XR environment. And the last but one is the haptic feedback technologies such as haptic gloves or the vest that provide user with a sense of touch and enhancing immersion and interactivity within XR. So if they wear such haptic wearables and they touch any machine with the virtual hand, they feel something is also touched here. So it's a more of a realistic world. In virtual world, we can create using XR environment.
yes, you also mentioned digital twin, so let's also discuss on how advancements we can more expect when digital twin is integrated in the 4.0 processes. Like how is it going to allow for more accurate monitoring or analysis or optimization of the industrial processes?
So I think our audience would have understood that whatever is there in the manufacturing environment, if we create the replica of it, the digital twin of it, that we can try to run, play around, play the game, correct? No. But what if we create the digital twin, means there is a future physical object we create now. This is possible using 3D assets used for the XR experience. Same thing. So what we are saying is, in the virtual environment, we are already creating digital twin, but for the real physical objects, we can also create the digital objects or the virtual objects of the uh, design or the thinking that we want to create a new type of car, new type of wheel, or a new type of any sensor that we can create and simulate. We can add data and play around as if how it will operate. Okay. So actually, XR can be used to visualize and interact with these digital twins in a more immersive and intuitive way, I would say. This will allow engineers and operator to monitor and control not only the real world processes using XR interfaces, but any enhancement also can be tested and tried before investing a lot of time, effort, and money in the real creation of such objects. So this is another benefit of integrating digital twin with the XR.
Yes, so we have covered a lot of like from discussing challenges to discussing the use cases of it and also of future predictions. So as we wrap up, do you have any last key takeaways from our conversation today?
I would say that we see AI ML as this thing, but AI ML is one such instrument that is used in the VR or XR application. So XR application, people who are interested in gaming kind of thing, they should learn this technology. They will learn also, they will earn also. Okay. They should follow through the courses of AjnaLens or join company like Weltress.com. And I would say that people who are listening to us and they have some manufacturing or automotive or they are part of such company, they should try and adopt AR VR immersive experience of the technology that we have and supported by Ajna Lens and Veltrich.com, I would say. I think both the companies is will be happy to uh, clarify if they have any doubt. They can connect with us, whoever are seeing this video, and links will be provided by Pooja.
Yes, all right. I think we can end the episode here. So thank you again for joining us here. Thank you. Namaskaram.